of distant lands and a brand new start. Oh, take me back where the Guinness flows, where laughter rings and shamrocks grow, to the emerald hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. The stones, they speak of tales long past, of kings, queens, and lovers who clashed. Each step we take, the magic earth's light flies. The tree roots speak where truth never dies. Oh, take me back where the Guinness flows, where the wild heart sings and slags are thrown, to the rolling hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. And though I've walked 1,000 miles through storm and sea, through fate and trial, one whisper calls me through the pines. Your soul remembers, child of mine. The Guinness flows, where laughter rings and shamrocks grow, to the emerald hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. Hey! Where the river meets the sky.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Carrie Cohan's Mystic Compass, and I hope you can hear me today. If you can, put it in the chats, because last day we were together, no one could hear me. I had to go running downstairs to the control center and sit beside Glenn. And Glenn is quite tall compared to me. I looked like a little person, which I am. You know, when all of you guys are coming to the live event, July 18th, 19th, and 20th in Edmonton, St. Albert, you're going to get to see how tiny I am. I'm like under 5 feet, right? And that's the most common response from everyone. They all look at me and go, "Wow, you're so short." Yeah, exactly. Anyways, cheers to everyone. Cheers to your rainbow blessing and all that are gathered here today. I'm so excited. So we have a beautiful guest coming, Anitta Jensen. She is all about crystals, and she's going to be bringing her wisdom to us. And I wanted to share something with you just briefly, you know, before we get into the star seeds and all of that today. It's going to be an exciting show for everyone. But I was meditating this morning. I was up at 6 a.m. and I actually worked out. I haven't worked out forever. And it was just such a beautiful morning. Did you guys have that energy today? It was like a brand new start. So anyways, I was listening to Neville Goddard, and I love Neville. He's been around since the 1940s and, well, probably even earlier. I think he was born in the 30s. But he's such a wealth of wisdom and a true, oh gosh, visionary. That's the word I'm looking for. So, anyways, I was listening to him this morning. He said something that I thought, this is applicable. You know, the card that I pull up that has the bridge across it all the time. And if you've been to any of my, Tuesday or Wednesday sessions, you'll see me often pull up a card and it has a rainbow with a bridge across the troubled water. And this came through, and I thought, oh my God, that's so appropriate. So he said, faith is an invisible bridge between what is and isn't shown to you. So when you have that faith, you're building bridges, right? And all you desire is already answered beyond your imagination. Your only task is to trust, not chase. And that's Neville Goddard. And I thought, wow, that's our whole task here, is to trust and not chase. Trust that money is flowing through you. Don't chase it, because the moment that you chase it, it goes, it scoots away. Trust that that love that you really want in your life is with you. Just have faith that the one that you really truly love is going to show up in your world and is going to love you, and just feel that love. Don't chase, because the moment you chase, I'm sure most of us have been chased by someone at one point, and you kind of go, ugh, right? You just, it repels you when someone chases, not in a good way. It's fun when it's a flirtatious and it's a sweet, endearing chase, but I'm talking chase. So
Hey, Carrie,
let's
I'm
adopt
here,
that
Carrie.
today. Yes.
I'm here. Hello. Hi.
I'm coming to you. So let's adopt that we're going to trust today and we're not going to chase. And speaking of chasing, hey, Glenn. Glenn is in the house today.
Oh,
Glenn is
okay to
our
come on
co-host. Yeah. And I've been babbling away here, but we do have a big show. So
All right,
take her
that's
away,
all the
Glenn.
time we have today, folks. Tune in on Tuesday. How are you doing, Carrie? How's the energy today?
Oh, pretty good, I'd say. Hey.
I don't know. I was just sitting in the background, twiddling my thumbs, going, "Okay."
She's going to shut up.
Make my appearance. We have a good show today, folks. We have a great show today. And yeah, as Carrie said, don't chase. Let things come to you. Manifest it. Believe in it. Take the steps. It's work. It's gonna require some work and some patience. And yeah, it will come. And good to have you
Always
guys.
does.
People on YouTube, people on Twitch, people on Facebook. So we got a special guest coming up in just a few moments. She's in the green room right now. Carrie, did you fill the green room with Timbits and steep tea?
No, but we should have. My goodness, the virtual.
I gave you one job last night. One.
No,
One.
we'll fill the virtual green room with so much love. And I don't know, Anita, do you like sushi, or would you rather, I don't know, what would you like? So just imagine that it's filled with everything that you desire, and there it is. Beautiful.
Okay. So this is our show today, folks. On the Friday Decode show, we're going to give you an instruction. Well, Anita is going to give you an instruction on crystals and different crystals for different purposes. Kind of a 101 for those of you that might have a few crystals, but don't really understand the significance and how to take care of them and which ones you need for specific purposes. Anita is the person for you. And then in the second half of the show, what do we have coming up?
Oh, you're talking to me, aren't you? Okay, Starseeds. No, he's talking to Tammy. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. In the second half of the show, we have.
No. So Starseeds, this is the thing that we've been working on all week. And boy, did Glenn work on this yesterday and the day before. He's been making all the slides for you today, which I hope you enjoy. So yeah, we're going to look at Starseeds. Now, Starseeds are either, entities or ETs or a majestic being from other dimensions, other planets, other galaxies. And they come here with various purposes. So it is believed that, they're our star family. And the light workers that are here right now are all connected to various star seeds. So you may be connected to one, you may be connected to several. And so we have a questionnaire that you get to go through today. And so bring out your pad and your paper and get it ready, because you need to answer some questions. And at the end of it, we'll share with you which star seed you likely are connected with. And you'll feel intuitively if that's correct or not. Or maybe, when we did this originally, Glenn and Tammy, you both had a dominant star seed family and also a sub star seed family, right? He had a
Carrie,
secondary.
your mic is cutting in and out again. Maybe just lift it up a little bit so you're speaking into kind of the central part of the mic, not the top part, but kind of the central part of the mic.
Okay. How's that? Is that better?
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
okay.
before we,
there you go.
Oh yeah, continue on. Yeah.
No. So it's just some will have a dominant and some will have like a secondary star seed that they feel that they belong to.
Right. So get your pen and paper ready, because that'll come up in the second half of the show. And just before, again, we bring Anita on, a reminder, please, if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, maybe you just tuned in last week or recently, go sign up for a Twitch account. It's free and it helps us a lot more than YouTube and Facebook. So please go sign up for Twitch. Please watch us on Twitch. Thank you to Cheryl, who watches us on Twitch and on YouTube. You rock, Cheryl. And again, if you have the ability, please subscribe to us on Twitch for $4.99 American. You can get ad-free viewing, and it really does help support Carrie and I. We make about $2 each off each of your subscriptions, but it does add up. So just wanted to plug that at the beginning of the show. Twitch.tv/Carrie Cohan Mystic Compass. And thanks to the 160 of you that have followed us, and we've got 13 subscribers. So thank you so much for your support.
Thank you very much. Tammy just had a spill of the beautiful purple shake all over the couch. So we're like, oh no.
Well, it goes with their background.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. Well, let's bring the lady in that you see on the screen here, but let's have some animation to her and let's bring her on screen. Welcome into the Mystic Compass from the Edmonton, Alberta region, Anitta Jensen. How are you?
Give her a hand, everyone. Give her a hand. Yay. Hey, Anita.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
We can hear you. You are good.
Perfect.
Listen to all the applause you're getting.
Applause. Look at that.
Leave it to Glenn. He's got it all going. It's awesome. So how are you today? We're so excited that you're here. Yeah. Now, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, absolutely. I'm excited to be here too. I love talking about crystals. So yeah, it's fun for me.
So how long have you been working with crystals and how did you get started, hon?
Oh my goodness. Probably, I want to say since 2016,
Mm-hmm.
I was introduced to the mineral specimens, my mineral friends, I call them, little mineral beings, when I was going through a little bit of a health crisis myself and some major family transitions and some big decisions that needed to be made. And all of a sudden, all of a sudden I was just being introduced through dream work, through people I talked to, just the pretty crystals catching my eye as I would walk into different stores, and something just kept drawing me in. And it felt very natural and easy for me to understand the different healing qualities of the stones and how to work with them. So that's how I knew, I think I'm meant to connect deeply with this, because I remembered the names of them very quickly. And I mean, there's thousands and subminerals, there's thousands. So it's just endless.
And you just took to it naturally. So many would think that this was probably a previous life thing for you, that, you had the knowledge prior and you're just absorbing it again and bringing it to a whole new level one more time. So that's exciting. So we had some questions to share with you, and if you can share with our audience. So Glenn, go ahead. You've got some questions there, don't you?
All right. Yes, I do. So question number one. Before I ask my first question, one thing I wanted to know is, did you have, what was there an inspiration? Was the universe calling to you? Like, give us that 30,000 foot view of how you got into this realm, into this area with healing and with crystals and Reiki and all that kind of stuff. Like, what was that? What was it, a download? Like, how did that come about?
You know, at the time, I didn't know it was a download because I didn't know what downloads were. Looking back, understanding a little bit more deeply what that is, absolutely was a download. And it actually started with Reiki. Reiki was my introduction for myself to go within and be still and be quiet and ask for that heart wisdom to speak through me. And, you know, I won't go through the whole story, but of course, the universe aligns you to what you're meant to do. And I gave it some options. I said, this is the only weekend I'm available. This is my budget. And if I'm meant to take this class, which was the Reiki class, these are my parameters. I think I had a few other, I don't recall what they were. And of course, there was one seat left. It was $50 below my budget. And it was within that training that the teacher, who was also my crystal teacher later on down the road, placed a stone on me. Well, gave us some, and it was a person that was practicing on me, placed a stone. And the intense sensation and feeling throughout my body was undeniable, even though I was at a stage with, you know, connecting spiritually was a little bit like, I know it's there, I believe it, but I want proof. And it was just so undeniable. So from there on, it was just, it just kind of snowballed and took a life of its own. So I'd have
it
to say
ignited within you, didn't it? I remember that feeling as well. The first time, you know, I actually had a bunch of crystals put all on my chakras, and boom, it just ignites you. And yeah, it's the proof that you need to get you started. Yeah,
that
that's
kinesthetic
awesome.
proof can be really helpful for people when they're entering into this, right? That physical, tangible 3D touch that we often need. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Let's get to the first question here. For those that might be new to crystals and they're just going out because, you know, I was at a crystal store with Tammy a few weeks ago, and I walked in, it's like, whoa, there's so many, and they're different sizes, and there's colors, and and I want them all. But of course, budget wise, what would you recommend for kind of starter crystals, basic crystals to get people going?
Absolutely. And it's funny that you mentioned budget, because I kept that in mind when I was thinking of maybe the top 3 that I would choose to talk about and introduce, because we have to have accessibility to them. They have to be within our budget. Some minerals and gemstones are through the roof because they're not as available throughout the world. The other thing to keep in mind is how they are sourced. Are they ethically sourced? So I'm a big proponent of doing my due diligence the best that I can to find ethically sourced stones. So there'll be times where I won't have certain stones available because I make crystal jewelry and I use them within sessions and workshops. And shungite is one of those, but I won't go into that now. So keeping that in mind, the top 3 that I picked to talk about were black tourmaline. Okay, so black tourmaline, very accessible, very abundant, cost effective. But not only that, you're going to get the most, I hate to put it in this category, but the most for your money, if that makes sense, the most energetic protection, zest, all of that for your money. So that would be the first one. And I'm going to come back and talk about why. The second one would be amethyst. Very common. A lot of people have heard of it. There's many beautiful mines in Canada and Toronto, and there's an abundance of amethyst here as shown there. And thank you, because that's one I just don't have with me right now to show as well. And the third one would be rose quartz. Okay, so that's also another common stone. I do have a little one here. I'm not sure if it's not very clear to see, but it ranges in from the most palest pink color to a really dark pink color. So the reason I chose black tourmaline is because of its, number one, its grounding and its protective qualities.
Did we freeze up?
I think we might have.
Yeah, that's all right.
Give
Well,
it a sec. We'll give it a sec here.
Anita
And,
chose two of my three. Oh, there she is.
Okay, good. I was like, oh no.
Ah!
Yeah.
It's all good. You're back. So tourmaline, its
Tourmaline.
protective qualities. Go ahead.
Yeah, extremely protective. So, and when I say protective, lots of minerals will protect for different reasons. So I like black tourmaline because it's not only energetically and spiritually protective, but it's physically protective. So a lot of people actually feel the denseness and the heaviness of black tourmaline when they hold it in their hand, when it's placed upon the body. But it's also really good to absorb and protect the body from EMF frequencies. So all of that electronic smog, that electromagnetic frequencies that we get from computers and TVs and you know, it's just, I mean, it's everywhere, right? So it's really nice to have black tourmaline. It's one of the few minerals that's actually been, that and shungite, it's been tested. It's a little bit more recognized in the science world, you can say, because they can test the piezoelectric effect of black tourmaline, and it actually conducts energy. So there's oh, is that what you're wearing?
Shungite.
Shungite, yes, shungite. Shungite's beautiful, and it would have been in my top 3 if it was easy to source. Unfortunately, a lot of the ways that it's sourced is unethical, and it's very hard to come by true high quality shungite. Shungite's from Russia, the Carolina Mountains, and it does many of the same things that black tourmaline does and more. But so very
a lot
protective.
of it's artificial on the market, though, right?
Yeah.
The shungite, a lot of it's fake. Yeah, it doesn't have the actual qualities.
That's right, and you know, it's unfortunate. A lot of that it's getting nice shungite in your pocket. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, so how about was the amethyst? Was the next one?
Yeah, amethyst
Yeah.
I love because it's, you know, it connects with the intuitive aspect within us while still keeping us grounded. So, you know, the whole head in the clouds, you know, fairy, I have all these wonderful dreamy ideas and insights and wisdoms. And now how do I go forth with that? And amethyst really helps to ground it within the body. It's also a really good stone. It's actually, the Greek term is to not be intoxicated or undrunkenness. So the Romans used to actually crush amethyst and adorn their goblets with it because they thought it would keep them from getting inebriated. So amethyst, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really quite funny. There's a lot of different stories I've read in several books about it. It was revered as something that can help assist if you're moving away from a habit that feels unhealthy to you, right? So of course, you know, the intoxication part was really strong. I also love amethyst because it's really, really great for sleep, specifically aggressive sleep issues. So I like to place amethyst in children's rooms. I used to have a pouch under my son's pillow because he would have night terrors. And I swear, as soon as I put that stone in there, it was unreal, the difference in the sleep. So it has multi-layer effects. So that's why it's in my top 3. It's accessible. It's has a lot of locations it can be sourced from. So it's not typically one that's going to be faked because it's already abundant. And then what else can I?
Rose quartz.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Rose quartz.
Oh, we're frozen again, I think.
We
That's all
froze
right.
up.
We've been having an interesting time out here. One of the cell towers was taken down, and so We've had an interesting time with our phones and with our Wi-Fi. So,
No, there you go.
but it's
I
all
think
right. You're back. Yay. Rose quartz now, my girl.
Rose quartz. So rose quartz is in my top 3 because I believe that self-love, nurturing self-love, compassion for self is one of the most important things that we all need to be continually nourishing. And rose quartz is like a mother's hug. Rose quartz is such a nourishing, empathetic, forgiving energy. So it's just so wonderful if a person is going through some grief or some loss, and not just a loss of a loved one, but a transition, maybe loss of a position in a job that, was really liked, or a move that's not feeling so nice. It's such a soothing energy, but still offers, it's actually
Yeah, the rose quartz is all about love. It's one of my favorites. That and amethyst. It's funny because for those to be the first 2 to come up, they were my go-to quartzes when I was having very difficult times. So there we go.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
back again.
I
Yeah,
don't
rose
know.
quartz, pure love.
I'm not sure if it's my internet because
It's
getting
probably ours, honey.
them.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
my
it's
goodness.
probably ours. It's all
That's
good.
Um,
Everything
and-
happens for a reason.
Yeah, everyone needs to digest the information for a moment before I move on. maybe.
Exactly.
We'll go
There
with
you
that.
go. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so, yeah,
I'm just gonna say, Carrie, we got another question for.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So most people come to psychics and to healers for honey or money, right? So let's talk about honey. Let's talk about relationships. What is a really good quartz to either attract in that loved one or to enhance the relationship that you may already have?
Awesome. So rose quartz would be in there, but more because of the aspect that you need to come to love yourself so that you're in a whole place to be extending out that vibration, and not, like you said, that wanting, seeking, chasing energy. It's a quiet confidence. So that's why I would choose rose quartz for that. Another one would be rhodonite. And rhodonite has beautiful pink and black hues. Sometimes there's more brown flecks in it. And what I love about rhodonite is it carries the energy of not bringing forth old patterns or habits or things that were not for our highest good. So it really helps to leave, the trash at the curb, like, to start fresh energy. And I want to be my best self. And I want to, receive the love that I deserve. So that's why I would choose rhodonite for that, because it's such an equilibrium. So it's a very balancing energy. So it's going to balance the decision making. You know how we can get into a relationship and it's really exciting and it's new and we just want to say yes to every opportunity. Rhodonite can really help bring it in and say, okay, that's great. I'm glad you're having fun, but let's just take a moment and do some, calibration within the body to just, behind the scenes kind of simmer things down, to take a step back. So those would be my second.
What about Shiva Stones? Because I always used a Shiva Stone when I was, single and also when I was having issues in my relationship, and I found that one to be very powerful. Just holding on to it. Wow.
Absolutely. And so I actually don't work with that stone a lot. So that's really cool that you bring that up, because the little bit that I do know of it, it's usually they're the oval shape, right? And they're the dull brown with a little bit of black sometimes.
Yep.
From my understanding, it's really good for the passion and the creative energy. So the sacral, the kind of the bringing forth the zest and the fun, the joy part. So I don't know if that aligns with you, because again, I don't work with that one a lot. So you might be able to speak on
Yeah,
that.
I absolutely loved it. It's found in India in one river, and they're tossed and turned so much so that they all become this round, very soft, smooth, and they're running out of them. Actually, it's harder and harder to find Shiva stones. But
Okay.
Yeah, but they're beautiful and they're great for relationships, is my experience. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
So yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Tammy, add that to the list of crystals I need to get. Add that. Add
Look
that.
at that
Mojo's going, baby.
It's a beautiful rock. It's a beautiful crystal. I'm just looking
Yeah.
at it and saying it's cute. It's got all the different colors and
Yeah.
yes. What are you guys thinking about? Come on. All right.
Yeah, nothing.
Let's-
We're not thinking anything.
Let's
No,
go on to
nothing
the
at
next.
all. It's warm in here, isn't it? Woo. Okay, Glenn, you're next.
Turning a nice shade of permadate.
Of Shiva. Shiva.
Shiva.
Okay, next one, Anita. A lot of people that are watching this channel and take your courses, they feel that they want to tap into their intuition, their mental acuity a little bit more. So what crystals are out there that can help bring that energy in?
Absolutely. And again, there's a lot of different ways I could have gone with this, but I was trying to keep in mind accessibility and price point. So the first one I would love to talk about is selenite. So I have a little piece here. I've often used it in my sessions to help clear energy as well. And the reason that I would choose selenite to help develop intuition, mental acuity, is because of its ability to cleanse and clear, to kind of restore the body back, connecting up to light, to the divine. So it's a really good one if you're working with your guides, if you're working with tapping into past lives or that really deep ancestral knowing. I would work with selenite. The other beautiful thing about it is also very protective. So I lean into it when maybe there's a little bit of caution and there's a not so good feeling, but there's decisions that need to be made and going into meditation and wanting to make sure I'm accessing information that's for my highest good and not out of fear, if that makes sense. I really love selenite for that because of the protective aspect. Yes.
So Anita, can you use selenite in your house as well for protection, for clearing or balancing the energy of the house as well?
You absolutely can. It's great for clearing crystals. So you can get selenite plates to clear and cleanse stones. It would be great for protecting the house, more of an energetic. Like I prefer black tourmaline and like smoky quartz maybe for the house, for me personally. But selenite, I know of people that have done place selenite above doors in different areas like that. Yeah.
Brilliant. Great.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's we got a couple chat comments here, so let's get our chat involved. Miss Fiji says, I have a moldavite and I found it in the Vltava River in the Czech Republic.
No way.
Always
You
nice when
found
you
it.
find your own crystals. Yes.
Well, moldavite is so expensive. Oh my gosh. A little piece of moldavite, like that big, is like 15.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. It's so expensive. 15,000, is it? Or 1,500. I can't remember. But it's so expensive for a little piece of moldavite.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Tammy had a little piece on a necklace and she lost it one time and it's like,
You lost the down
I can
payment to the
understand.
house. No, I'm just kidding.
Jackson's in the house. Good to see you, Jackson. What is obsidian good for? Any insights there, Anita?
Yeah. Obsidian is commonly used in a lot of indigenous cultures as well. It's a very revered stone for a lot of, you'll find arrowhead obsidian shaped items for protection, for shielding, for scrying. I've known it to be used for scrying. It is absolutely very protective. For me, it's a bit of a stronger protective energy than black tourmaline. I'm not always going to lean into obsidian for light things. If I'm needing to do deep dive work and there's a particular situation happening that I feel like I need protection from, then I'm going to lean into obsidian. And there's so many different variations of obsidian. I have a beautiful, I don't have it with me, but silver sheen obsidian heart that my husband got me. And what I do is I actually place it below my chair and I have my feet on it. And it just feels like I'm being pulled right to the earth. It's like a deep reminder that we come from the earth, come back to the earth, you're completely protected, grounded, all of those kind of things that we need to be reminded about sometimes. So that's how I would work with this obsidian primarily.
Beautiful.
And one more, since we're on selenite here, Norma's asking, my selenite seems to shred shards of glass like fibers when handling it. Is there a way to stop that?
Yeah, unfortunately, so crystals have, there's something called the Mohs hardness scale, and they have different variations of, because of the makeup of, you know, the salt content and the different minerals in it, how soft of a stone they are. So selenite is one of those stones that you do not want to put raw selenite in water or in your bath, or because shards will just come off, and yeah, it can be a disaster. I typically won't, like the raw selenite, that like this one that I showed, that tends to have all those different flecks and those pieces that can shard off. I'll just use, I have a tumbled stone that's, you know, in a heart shape or an egg shape. Those are the ones that I'll typically work with. The small ones where the shards come off, what I like to do is put them in a little organza bag so that they're not, you know, it's not crumbling all over the place, but they do have, unfortunately, that is one of the things that you have to be careful with selenite. You're welcome.
That's a great idea. Never thought of the organza bag. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, so, you know, we also had a question, Honey and Money, but we also had a question about health. A lot of people on our chat come asking about health issues. So which crystals are really great for improving your immune system, improving your overall health?
Wow. That's also a great question. Also, a lot of different directions a person can go with that. I will lean into bloodstone actually quite a bit. And I think it is one I forgot to send you a picture of, Glenn. Sorry about that. I don't have one with me. But it will have a lot of green and red and a lot of multicolored, deeper colors and hues. Bloodstone is also known as, it's a biblical crystal actually, and it's known as Christ stone. And it's very detoxifying and cleansing, of course, for the blood. Really good for like the pancreas, kidneys, anything that's to do with helping things circulate within the system and get things moving. Another one that I love is smoky quartz, which I don't have that one with me right now either. I love, love, love smoky quartz. To me, smoky quartz is the energy of doing a cleanse. So it's like, you know how we do our liver cleanses maybe in spring or fall. I always get mixed up what time of the year to do the liver cleanse, but smoky quartz gives that energetic detoxifying effect within the body. So again, if something new, if you're leaning into something new, perhaps you're changing an eating habit or wanting to start to exercise, you want to clear out the energy of I can't, or my body is ill, and you want to start with a clean slate. And that's what smoky quartz does for me. It's a very clarifying energy. And then for pain, I have a few favorites. So selenite, I love. Selenite, I'll actually tape to the body wherever I have pain. I'll take a piece of tape and tape selenite on my back. Really, really good for pain, back of the neck for headaches. But hematite is also really, really great for pain. Hematite is unfortunately another one that you have to be careful. There's a lot of fake hematite out there. It's really, really hard to find good quality hematite. So, you know, do your best, go with your intuition and feel it in your hand. And if you're a kinesthetic, you connect with energy that way, you can always lean into how it feels when you're holding hematite. Really good for pain, really good for arthritis, really good for any inflammation in the body. And then it also has the grounding effects, which we all know that when we connect to the earth, the more we connect to the earth, the more that nature is able to feed us that nourishment that we're needing to help us, you know, feel better. Inflammation would be the primary go-to for me for hematite.
Brilliant.
So those,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Excellent.
We have so many questions. I'm thinking we have like a ton more. Would you be willing to come back for a second, run
Yeah.
at this?
I
And
would love to.
maybe we can ask one or two more questions right now.
Sure.
Glenn, you've got one more
Yep.
here.
Yep. Okay. So I think now that we've talked about a few crystals and people have asked about, oh, how do I prevent this and prevent that? Is there an overall strategy to maintain your crystals? I know there's something about a full moon and recharging crystals. Can you kind of end off maybe, Anita, talking about maintenance of crystals?
Absolutely. So this is a conversation that can go in many different directions. The first thing I want to say, the most important thing is intention. Always intention. So showing respect and gratitude towards the energy that you're working with and intending to clear the crystal. Although I will say, I feel like these specimens are thousands and thousands of years old. I don't know if they really need us to tell them when they need to be cleared. So I'm on the fence with how vigilant you should be, because I feel like that might be our ego inserting how powerful we are over these minerals, but I'll leave that for another discussion. So think earth energy, anything about reconnecting them back to the earth. Full moon is wonderful because we know the full moon has a releasing energy and a releasing feeling. So it's going to help with the stones, and it's connected to the earth. I love water. I love fresh spring, good quality, natural water. Again, there's some caution there. You don't want to run selenite underwater. Google that Mohs hardness scale for your stones to find out if they're water friendly before you use water as a cleansing technique. Earth, salt. I used to have a plate of Himalayan salt in my bedroom, and all my crystal jewelry at the end of the day would just go on the salt. And then in the morning, I just could put it back on.
Wow. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Never
Sound.
thought of that one.
Yeah. I love using sound. I'm a big, I love playing with my crystal singing bowls, and I love solfeggio, and I love all of that. And I'll use my bowls and play my bowls and cleanse my stones. And then
so do you put the stones right into the bowls, or do you hold them above and sound the bowl?
Right,
or how do you do it?
I put them right in, but some people will tell you should, because you could break your bowl. So I have to give that disclaimer. I just don't feel like that will happen to me. And I love the feeling like after. So I have a practitioner's crystal bowl. So I'll put them in and I'll play the bowl a little bit and then take it out and feel the bracelet or the stone after. It is unreal, the heat coming off of the crystal, like almost too hot to hold sometimes.
Wow.
So yeah, sound, Reiki, like any high vibrational energy technique that you're sending love, that you're sending gratitude. Some people will use their breath because it's wind, right? You're using the elements. So think earth energies, and and do it in a connection of gratitude and connection to the earth, rather than out of, ooh, I better clean my stones, they could be holding energy. That's a fear-based.
Fear. Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So it's all in more of the intention. I truly believe in how you approach that. Yeah.
Very well. Very good. Well, this has been such a pleasure. It's funny because when Glenn and I were chatting about you coming to the show, Glenn was like, she is so intelligent and she's so bright. And I was like, you really are. Like, you blew me away here. You have knowledge that I've known some people that were into crystals, and I thought that they were really good, but you are the best I've ever seen. You know so much about crystals and every aspect of them. So I really look forward to bringing you back if you're open to that, because I think you're a huge asset to this planet to be able to share with everyone, how to use crystals for every aspect of your life. When you return, actually, perhaps we could look at like when I had the crystals on every chakra, if we could look at a crystal to put on every chakra and just to meditate that way. I would love to see that. And you know, and everyone can start to send us questions now, either in the chat here, and we'll address it next time that you come back, if that's all
That
right.
would be lovely. I would love
Yeah.
that.
Now you
Yeah,
have a
Cheryl
website.
says, very knowledgeable, Anita. Your vibration is so pleasant. Rainbow Blessings
thank
is the
you.
crystal whisperer. So maybe just shout out how people can get a hold of you if they want more information.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so Glenn has my website at serendipitywellness.org, Facebook and Instagram, Serendipity Wellness with Anita. My name has 2 T's. It's not a misspell. And just reach out, connect, and I'd love to answer more questions. And yeah, and if you're in my neighborhood, I do fun crystal workshops to make your own jewelry and home parties to learn more. It's all about, for me, it's all about having fun with it. And so I'm so grateful to get this opportunity to chat with you, and I look forward to coming back.
Oh, we'd love to have you on regularly, you know.
Yes,
And
yeah.
also your jewelry. Do you sell your jewelry on your website as well?
I do. I've pulled a few, I've taken down some of it. I have to add it back up because I make it, I post it on social media and it sells. So then I have to make more to put on the website, which is a good problem. I'm grateful to have that problem. But so it's not the most up to date. Probably social media would be a little bit more current. And I'm getting better with that. I'm getting some help with that. So I look forward to having some more current product on there. But I love custom orders. I love creating custom orders for a healing, a specific healing needed or an intention. That's my favorite thing to do. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So people can go to your website or they can email you. What's your email address? Have we got it here? Yeah.
It is.
I don't have it. Tammy might have it.
Okay. Do you have it? So we'll put it in the chat here. And because Tammy's on it, man, I tell you. Yeah. God bless. We love Tammy.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Anita. And we will collect questions for future shows. There were a few more questions in the chat, but yeah, we'll have a question and answer session at a future time. Thank you so much for spending your Friday with us, and have a wonderful weekend.
You
Good
too.
job.
Blessings.
Well done. Oh, and by the way, just one last thing, Anita, you came to my birthday party. We had so much fun. Yeah, we totally forgot to talk about that. Yeah, we both painted lighthouses, and we had so much fun together. Oh my God. I was looking over because you were on the side, like it was a couple of my girlfriends on this side and you were opposite. And I looked over and you and Tammy were just yourselves laughing.
Yeah, every time I put a piece of paint, I'm like,
Oh,
we're having fun laughing at how
we were
much.
supposed to do that. Yeah, exactly. It was a lot of fun. Actually, Glenn, do you have our pictures of?
I'm just looking for it now in all my emails. So, there it is. Okay, I will show you. I got one here.
You're a beautiful artist, Carrie. Your painting.
Oh gosh, I think you are as well. It was so much fun. It was. I haven't painted in like a year and a bit, and when you're copying someone else's work, it was like, okay, well, I'll be open and see what comes of it, and it was fun. But there's the girls. There we are. Yeah. So Tammy is in the far right, and then Anita is beside her, and those two were the mischievous ones.
Yeah.
They were having such a good time. Gracie is beside, or Grace, I should say. And Charlotte is beside me. Then there's me, Kelly, and Maria. And Maria was my assistant, who all of you guys know because she came on the show 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. And Kelly and I, the woman beside me, she and I were going to be doing a how to write your book course. So that's going to be on Saturday. I think it's the 28th or the 12th. Saturday, the 12th of July. So there we go. There's Anita and me. Okay. We're hanging out. So we went for dinner first. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so much fun. So yeah, love Anita. So thank you so much for coming, and we'll have you back many more times.
Wonderful.
One more picture. This is what the lighthouse looks like.
Look how tall Anita is compared to we're landed little people. I mean, you're probably normal height, but everyone else is like 5 feet. 5'2", maybe.
There was a
Oh my
raised
gosh.
area in the floor there, wasn't there, Anita? You were like, there's a little bump in the floor that you were standing on.
Yeah, exactly. Or a divot in the floor for all of us. Oh, it was awesome. But you can see all our artwork there. We had so much fun. It was a good time. And it's funny because Anita was friends with Tammy, and that's how I got to meet Anita. And I didn't know this wealth of knowledge in you. And so we're having a great time. We painted, we had celebrated my birthday together, and then we sit here and I'm going, oh my God, you had all this knowledge. I had no friggin' clue. It's funny when you're sitting beside a person, you don't know their story, their full story, So maybe when you come back, you can share a little bit more of your story and how you came to this part in your life, how you, I believe spirit drives us, and those little indications, like you were saying, you were seeing the shiny things all over, the gems were all over the place. And it's like spirit going, psst, psst, look over here. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Let's talk more about that when you return. So I would say probably 2 more weeks. Yeah. Because next week we've already got planned, but the week after, that would be great. Okay.
Wonderful. I look forward to it.
Sounds great. Yeah. Me too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Love you, honey. Bye.
Mwah.
Bye, hun.
Okay.
Well, wasn't that great? Yeah.
That was fun. So folks, again, you can reach out and contact if you want Anitta Jensen, and wonderful products there. And we'll have her back. She will be back.
Yay.
So if you have questions, leave them in the chat, or if you're watching this video afterwards, leave them in the comments for this video, and then we can save them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I love Cheryl's comment there. I don't know if you can see it, but she says, finally made it to Twitch. Yes. Yes, yes,
Right.
Yes. We have a new member on Twitch. Love it.
Like riding a bike. Once you learn how to ride that Twitch bike, you never have to really do much with it again. Just keep on riding it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. And Cheryl also says great paintings. Yeah, it's so funny because it's the same thing. It's the same thing that you guys are painting, but you all express that lighthouse in such different ways. I gotta bring that back up again, because that was if I can bring
well,
it
that was the epiphany moment that I had last Tuesday, I think it was, when I was doing the card reading. I was saying, isn't that interesting that we all came and we were looking at an artist doing the painting, and then we painted, and it's like our souls, right? We are all of the light, but we're different in our expressions. And so the lighthouse was that. It's a lighthouse, which we are. We are a house of light. And I thought, isn't that amazing that we're painting lighthouses on my birthday? That's Tammy doing her, godly work again and being spirit driven and given. She just, she follows that intuition, that intuitive self. And it was magical in the end. It was really beautiful.
Yeah,
did you get the
it was. I was really impressed. And there they are once again, the paintings there. And let me put it on full screen there so you guys can see it. But each one's so uniquely different, especially with the light, how it comes off, and the water and all that kind of stuff. So, well, how long did it take you guys to do that painting?
2 hours, something like that. But there was a lot of chatter, and it's a paint night, so it's wine and painting. But I don't think any of us drank. Actually, we were all non-drinkers or very little drinking, and so it was just a lot of laughter and a lot of joy and a bit of paint fights. Did you see my hands? Oh my gosh, I was literally covered in paint. It was fun. Yeah.
Oh, Carrie came home with a blue hand, and like, okay, you didn't tell me it was a body painting class. Like, what's going on there? It's like,
it was. Well, I was becoming my starseed self. Right? I was becoming a blue
great segue
person. Yes, I know. I thought so.
Okay, folks. Well, we're going to get on to topic number 2. But I need like a 30-second break, and it's good timing because you may have heard we got some music out there. We've created, Carrie's written some beautiful songs. I put it together to some music, and we've collaborated to create an album of 12 wonderful songs. So if you're joining us for the first time, which I'm sure some of you are, because Carrie, we hit our highest Twitch viewer number, live
No
viewer
way.
number. We were at like 172 at one point. We're down into the 160s now, but there must be some new followers or viewers. Follow. If you're on Twitch, hit that little follow button.
It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit follow, and that it helps us because we get paid the more followers that we have. So if you're watching right now, takes nothing. Just hit follow, please.
So go get some pen, go get a pen, go to pencil, go get some paper. We'll be back after this little promo clip for the Mystic Compass soundtrack.
Her up and be that chance, 'cause I've come to know she's heaven sent. And every broken moment fell into place. And I remember me, not who I was, but who I came to be. A new start. Oh, take me back where the Guinness flows, where laughter rings and shamrocks grow, to the emerald hills and my mother's eyes.
Carrie, the healer, the sage, the light, guiding the lost through the darkest night with tarot's truth.
There you have it. So exciting.
Well, it's even more exciting because we have amazing news for everyone. Drum roll, please. Okay, some really great news is I approached a series of radio networks. It was Windspeaker Radio Network, and they have, I think, 5 stations. And they are picking up 2 of our songs that they are going to be playing this Wednesday evening during our live show. We do a live show Wednesday evenings from 7 till 9 Mountain Time. And they're going to be picking up 2 of our songs. So please come here on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock, because as they are playing our song, we're going to go to it live and share it with you. So that's going to be really exciting. So 2 of the songs, one is Let's Not Say Goodbye. And that one I wrote for my hubby because we came close to saying goodbye a couple of times in our marriage. And thank God he was so persistent. And so, you know, we came to a point where it's like, yeah, let's not say goodbye. We're meant to be. And then the other song is If Ever I Fall. Oh, that one just makes me tear up. That's such a beautiful song. It's about my near-death experience where I had a conversation with Spirit as they were mending my broken wings. And yeah. So it's such a beautiful song. But my favorite on the album, I think, is I Remember Me. Hey, Glenn, do you like that one?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And you've approached them about possibly playing that song too, haven't you, in the future?
Yeah. So we're looking at probably 2 to 3 weeks, that song as well. So in the meantime, CFWE in Alberta, that is the station that's going to be playing on Wednesday evening, both of the songs. I had to record a preamp, so they'll play that and it'll go into the music. And yeah, it's exciting. And we're members of SOCAN now. We're actually professional songwriter and publisher, producer, So the music, we're actually monetizing it all, and that's really exciting for us. So please go ahead and purchase the full album. It's only $6.99. If you wanted to find a way to support us so that we can keep doing this, that is a brilliant way, because what a gift you're going to get. The music is really interesting. It's from uplifting. I have a Celtic written one on there that Glenn put the music to, and it's brilliant. I reached out to Irish Radio Canada, so hopefully they're going to pick it up for their playlists. And it's Take Me Back to Where the Guinness Flows. The actual title of it is Where the River Meets the Sky.
Meets the sky. Yeah.
Where the river meets the sky. And but I love the line in it, take me back to where the Guinness flows. So anyways, go and look at
very cool. And we are on Spotify now as well, folks. So if you already have a Spotify membership, then you can go and listen to us. Every listen that it gets, we get, 0.008 cents or something like that. But every little bit helps. So you can go check us out. Go look for Mystic Compass Soundtrack on Spotify, YouTube Music, or get your own copy on Amazon, iTunes, and Apple Music. So wonderful. And I think this is one of the two songs. I just quickly loaded it up. Let me know if this is the right one.
I was pulled beneath the silent tide. My heartbeat lost, no place to hide. But in the dark I saw bits of gold. Heard a gentle whisper, so ancient and bold. I was falling fast, no wings to break. My soul was tired, about to forsake. But in that silence you came to me, a voice that said, let's set you free. You're not done, there's more to give. And in that breath I chose to live. From the depths I rose again, bathed in truth, washed free of pain. Scars now healing in love and light, guiding me through the endless night. Your wounds are sacred, forged in flames. You came through fire, now speak my name. You held my heart when all was lost. Your love's triumphant with no fear or cost. If ever I fall, you lift me high. Together we soar, just you and I.
So there you go. A little bit of a taste of what one of the radio stations has decided to put on their playlist. What a wonderful, wonderful surprise for Carrie and I. But please go support us on any of those platforms.
Yeah. And check out I Remember Me. That's one of my favorites. When you go on there, go and check it out. Yeah. What was the name of that one?
Part 2.
Yeah. What was the name of that one again? If Ever I Fall, right?
If Ever I Fall. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
Ever I Fall.
Okay. So they know. Part 2.
Starseeds. I do not know much about them. I watched a few videos with Carrie and Tammy the other night, and Carrie, she talked about me doing a lot of prep work yesterday, but this lady up here, man, the hours and hours and hours that she put into preparing this presentation and putting an ebook together, and holy smokes. So kudos to Carrie, and all this information that you see here is work from Carrie. So thank you, Carrie, for enlightening us about starseeds. So why don't you start us off about what are starseeds?
Well, they originate from different star systems, like this says, from different dimensions and planets and galaxies. It's believed that starseeds are incarnated on Earth with a mission, right? Just like what it says here. After spiritual awakening, healing, and anchoring higher frequency light codes. So what that means is all of us have had an internal code that is like the awakening. So majority of us, it was 1111. Some it was 1010. Some it was 1212. Some it's a white feather. Some it's a dime on the ground, whatever it may be. And a lot of us believe that that's angelic, our angels speaking to us, but often it's the code to start to wake you up. and all of us have different gifts that we've come here with. And I believe that they all originate with different galaxies, with different star seeds. So light workers, especially, which I would say everyone listening here is most likely a light worker, because we all intuitively and naturally gather. We come together, as one force, as one beautiful light. And so you have different traits. You have some that are extroverts, some are more introverted, some are about healing, others are about speaking and making a difference. So all of these different traits track back to a starseed family. And so we thought we would go into that today. And you ready?
Okay, let's do it. So again, we're going to do the quiz in just a little bit, but just to again give you guys a little bit of background, how you know if you might
Oh, yeah.
already be a star seed. Again, if you're watching this, there's a pretty good chance that you belong to one of these families because you
Yeah.
found your group. So what are some little characteristics before we do the quiz here? Number
Well,
one,
that's a really great one. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
always felt different or not at home on Earth. I hands up if you've ever felt different, that you kind of haven't belonged, that maybe you weren't part of the in crowd, the popular group. Absolutely. How about you, Carrie?
Oh, I pulled the card. There it is. It took 2 pulls, but there we are. Or actually 3. But yeah, always being outside of the crowd, never really fit in. And in that, you realize you're actually the leader. And the calling to become a leader within the Starseed families is very strong. Yeah, Cheryl's saying I felt it. Pamela, Indigo
Yeah.
Child, absolutely. Minerva, all of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Had
Had
vivid
vivid dreams.
dreams or memories of other worlds.
Yeah.
You in that
Okay.
ballpark as well?
For me, oh, I've had all of them. Yeah. So vivid dreams, you can set the intention before you go into sleep that I'm going to wake up with a lucid dream, and you're going to show me something that is pertinent for me to know or feel or understand. And so, yeah, when I wake up, I'm in a lucid dream or a vivid dream. Memories of other worlds, that often happens. I had one this morning. That's so funny. Mm.
Number 3, you possess deep empathy and spiritual gifts.
Yeah. So, how many of you are empaths and have deep empathy? And it's almost being a curse and a blessing at the same time, right? Well, realize that it's not a curse at all. We've been trained to think of it as a curse, but it's not. This is your superpower. This is your, like, wow, you are an empath. You are an answer to a clarion call. You are here for a specific reason, and that is to bring love and light and joy and harmony to this planet. So it's just a matter of cleansing yourself on a regular basis, which we teach in our workshops. And once you do that, your spiritual gifts flow.
Yeah, and True Green Eyes saying this is nuts, all of the above. Tammy, I can vouch for that. That man, she can go into a building with a bunch of people, and she has people drawn to her that just spill the beans about their life and just pour out their emotions. These strangers that just come to her and tell the life story. So absolutely, Lorraine,
Well, we get
hello.
emails. Sorry, we get emails, and Tammy's like, wow, this is so wonderful that people just share their life story with me. And I said, well, yeah, you're such an empath. You're such a beauty, that people can sense that and they trust you and they just share with you. So,
As Carrie said, Lorraine, yeah, some people see it that way as well. It's kind of a burden at times. Yeah, it
yeah.
takes a lot of
Well,
your
it's
energy.
not. So come to the workshop. I know I'm pushing it as of late, but online is July 5th and 6th, and we will let go of that curse and step into the blessing of it all. You'll understand very quickly how it is a blessing for you and why you're here.
Number 4, maybe something that, again, as Anita mentioned, not understanding what downloads are. I think a lot of empaths and starseeds have downloads, but they don't realize, Carrie, their downloads. How do we know? Like, because sometimes we just think they're thoughts.
Well, a thought is a download in many respects. I mean, there's a whole theory about what a thought is, and got to read my book, right? The 5 Lessons of Life. You got to go there because when
Hold that
I
up again,
died,
Carrie?
yeah, when I died my second time, I met with the Council of Men, and they showed me the mechanics of your thoughts and how they ignite and travel up through all of your chakras and come out through your pineal gland. Well, it's an exchange. Downloads are when you put a thought out, you get something back in return, and it just comes in like a wave, it washes over you. And it's a thought often, it's a download. So some people will think, oh, well, that's just my imagination. I invite you to trust that you're actually having a conversation with your spirit guides, with spirit, with God, Buddha, Allah, whoever it is for you. And sorry, I got a hair floating around here, tickling my nose. Anyways, yeah. So that in itself, that's spirit going, hello. it's you can smell downloads as well. That's a good reminder. It's not
Yes.
just about thinking it or feeling it, but odor is often part of the download. So you may smell roses or a cigar. That can be associated to your spirit guide. And at that moment, when you're smelling something unique, be aware of what it is that you're thinking, what you're feeling, and that can be a download as well.
Number 5, are drawn to the cosmos, stars, ancient symbols, or light language. I would imagine their interests when they watch, documentaries and shows, is that kind of what, like to sit under the
Very
stars,
much.
those kind of things?
Very much. Well, majority of people here, I'm sure you've looked at a symbol and it's like hits you. It's like your jaw drops, time almost stops because that symbol and it feels so deep inside you. And that's because you are a starseed and it is a trigger from a memory, past life, or past family. It can be your starseed. It goes back to the very first thought that we had was that 1111 1212, those can be the igniters. Well, a symbol or ancient symbol, light language, whatever it may be, that can be your trigger as well. And just trust when you see something like that or feel it, just understand, okay, there's something here about this. What do I need to know about this symbol? And
Is that
you can
numbers as
research it.
well?
Very much, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'm drawn to
very
certain
much.
numbers, like certain numbers just vibrate for me. So
Really?
I guess that would be part of it too.
What numbers vibrate for you? May I ask? You wanna share?
23, 23, 8,
Mm.
7, 5. So there's like probably 4 or 5 that really vibrate for me.
And they're
44.
all prime numbers, right? Which is interesting. They're all
Oh yeah.
prime numbers. Yeah. So, except for 8, and 8 is the infinity symbol when you turn it sideways. 8
Yeah.
is a godly number, but the rest are all prime numbers. Which, yeah. Cheryl is saying triple numbers like 222. That's what she is drawn to as well. Yeah.
You know what,
So
Carrie?
what?
When I taught, you know what my room number was?
23.
No, what Cheryl pointed out there.
Oh, no way. 222? Oh
That
my
was my
gosh.
classroom number for many, 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 many years. I was in room 222.
Well, I saw 23, which is 3 twos.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, that's funny.
Number
Oh,
6.
yeah.
Struggle with Earth's destiny, time, violence, or systems. Kind of rebel
Density.
against the, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Earth's density. So sometimes you just feel like, oh, I just want to fly, gravity and all that crap. You just want to, be lighter than what we are. And also, time doesn't feel the same to you. Either it's really speeding up or it slows right down, or you miss time often we miss time because in those moments we are meeting with our star seeds again or other people from other galaxies. And so we have time, missing time. Violence we can't take. It's, those of the star seeds, some are very protective, but majority of them are observers and are all about love and all about just, bringing humanity to a different level of consciousness. So
Number
the
7, I
next one.
think all of us have felt this. We feel an unshakable mission or purpose. There's something that we need to do, Carrie, even if it's not clear yet.
Yeah, I think all of us have that. And so the basis of all of our missions, I believe, is the foundation is love, unconditional love, and kindness. It's in our name, humankind, right? So yeah, that's why we're doing the workshops. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing the readings, is to help people discover their life's purpose. Once you
And the
discover
last
that,
one, have a
yeah,
sense that this is your last lifetime on Earth.
yeah. And yeah, I think that's also a huge wake up call for most light workers because we kind of have wasted a lot of time. And we think that we've wasted a lot of time, but we haven't. We've been learning every step of the way. There's the kitty cat with her kill again. It's a stuffed animal that she's got in her mouth. She's coming through going, "Row, row, look at the cat and look at the kill I got. I'm feeding the whole family." It's a stuffed animal, but it's really adorable. So her sense is, to feed the family. And I think that's what we're doing as light workers. We're feeding the human family in this last lifetime. Um, just asking in the chat, do any of you feel that this is your last lifetime and you realize that you've got to get something done and you don't quite know what to do yet, or you do know what to do and you are getting it done? If you can just share that, that would be great. Yeah. Because again, going back to the workshop, I know I'm really pushing it today, but we only have like a week left here before we're actually in it, July 5th and 6th. And these are all the things that we get to address, and you will come out of it knowing your life purpose and realizing that, okay, if this is my last lifetime, which I believe it is for a majority of us, this is the end of the human experiment. And I trust that we are going to pass. I trust that we're going to, make a huge difference, and we're going to transition into a new level of consciousness. Through that, this is why we're doing the workshop, to help everyone get there.
So if you
100%.
guys were drawn to a lot of these characteristics, you're probably a starseed, and now you get to find out which group that you
Okay.
belong to, which is exciting. Cheryl has a question for me. Oh, this is the first time I've had a question. I'm excited.
Aw,
I'm pumped.
that's so nice.
Maybe you could read it out for me, Carrie.
Okay, so Cheryl has a question for Glenn. Sorry, it just keeps coming in. Did the numbers 222 bring you to Tammy? Oh,
I don't think so. Well, and not in a way I can
is
verify.
there a correlation?
22 has been always a number, like when I played sports, that was one of my jersey numbers for a lot of years. But the room number, that was after I had met Tammy already. Our school
Yeah.
was rebuilt, and a few years after I met Tammy, and that was my room number then. But it could
Was
have
it
been
February
some other-
22nd? February 22nd? Nothing like
Nope.
that. Well, I was born on the 22nd. So maybe that's what you're feeling, is that the correlation that we all came together here
Oh,
had to
yeah,
do with the 22nd. So
yeah.
maybe that's
Good
what you're
point.
feeling, hon.
Good
Mhm.
point. Okay, let's get to it. What type of starseed are you? Get your pen and paper out. I don't know. A lot of people lick their their pencils. I don't know why they ever do it. A lick before they
But
start
it
writing.
gets a leg going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
Okay,
best way.
choose. We got some rules for you. I'm the teacher here, remember? So
Okay,
please,
I'll shut up.
students, follow these rules. Choose the answer that resonates most deeply, not what you think you should choose. Okay, keep that in mind. Here we go. Question number 1. How about I'll read the question and you read the choices?
No, you just read all of it.
Okay, I will read all of it. What have you always longed for deep in your soul? A, freedom and space to explore. B, peace, water, and emotional connection. C, sacred knowledge and spiritual mastery. D, love, beauty, and deep emotional bonds. E, wisdom, logic, and answers to cosmic puzzles. Or F, strength, courage, and independence. Choose an answer. If there's a second one that really resonates as well, it's okay to put it in brackets after your primary choice, because that may come into play when we finish the 7 questions. Okay, and then Carrie and Tammy and I will reveal which our answers were at the end as well. And Anita, I hope you're still watching, Anita. I hope you're doing this as well.
Yep. Anita's, I'm sure she's doing it along with us. Yeah.
Okay, question number 2. What environments do you feel the most at home in? A, open skies, mountains, space-themed or futuristic places. B, oceans, lakes, gentle coastlines. C, sacred temples, quiet altars, ancient ruins. D, art studios, nature gardens, cozy sacred spaces. E, libraries, laboratories, or highly stimulating mental places. Or F, deserts, lion habitats, wild and primal spaces.
There's so many here. I'm looking at it going, I love them all.
Yeah. Remember which most deeply resonate with you. Number 3, what role do you naturally take on in groups? Are you A, the outsider or observer? B, the peacekeeper and emotional support? C, the spiritual guide or wise elder? D, the nurturer and healer? E, the analyst or strategist? Or F, the protector or leader? Now, when we did this one, we kind of debated a little bit about, because when we're in a group, at points we do all of these things at some point in time. But the question says you naturally take on in the group. So what's the most common role that you take?
You're such a good teacher. That's
Well,
brilliant.
you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Remember, don't forget those apples. I
got
don't
a whole
think I ever
bunch.
received one apple in 30 years.
Oh, you're going to
Maybe
be
one.
inundated with apples now. You realize that. Everyone's going to be mailing you apples.
I got a lot of chocolate bars though.
Did you?
Yeah, because I would always, in my slides when I was teaching, I'd always throw images of coffee crisp. They knew I liked coffee and coffee crisp. So every time I'd walk into my room once in a while, there'd be a coffee crisp on my desk. That was nice.
Love it.
Question 4. What do people often say about you? Not what you think about yourself. What do others say about you? A, you're a bit mysterious. B, you're such a kind soul. C, you're so wise for your age. D, you have the biggest heart. E, you're always thinking so deeply. Or F, you're strong and confident. Next up, number 5. What frustrates you the most about Earth? A, the control systems, restrictions, or being told what to do. B, the harshness and cruelty. C, the spiritual disconnect. D, the lack of empathy and love. E, the ignorance or illogical behavior of people. Or F, the weakness or victimhood mindset. The most. Many things might frustrate you, but the most. 2 more questions. When you daydream, we all daydream. I was a big daydreamer, still am in many cases, which gets me into trouble. Did you not hear what I told you? 14? Yes, I was
Civil War?
I was listening on my other channel. When you daydream, how do you see yourself? A, exploring stars or portals to other worlds. B, swimming or living in crystal cities underwater. C, teaching sacred truths or healing with light. D, holding others, creating art or healing through touch. E, solving mysteries, seeing energy maps or studying symbols. Or F, leading a tribe, protecting others, or standing in your power.
That's a tough one for me. How about for you?
And question number 7. Choose a symbol that speaks to your soul. A, galaxy spirals. B, dolphin or mermaid. C, pyramid of ink.
Ank. It's
D?
that symbol that goes up with a loop and then has a cross across it.
D, the flower or heart. E, eye or cube. F, the lion or sun. Again, you can choose 2 answers. Just put your secondary answer in brackets if you need to. If you need me to repeat any question because maybe you missed one because of internet connection or you joined in late, I can go back. Just put it in the chat before we show you the results.
With this one, often our childhood reveals the symbols. So think about the symbols that you used to draw as a little one. I'll give you an example. Like when I was 8 years old, I had never even seen much of Egypt. Back then we didn't have the internet or anything, but I used to draw the pyramid or the Sphinx and stuff like that. So it's bringing you back in memory. So think about what you used to draw as a little one. That probably is connected with your starseed.
Okay, so it does look like everyone has their answers ready. Melissa just got in. So Melissa, I'll leave the questions quickly. I won't repeat them, but you can take a quick glance. And Melissa, make sure you choose the one that resonates the most deeply with you. And if there's a second one that's kind of close, just put it in brackets behind your first choice. There was question 1. And when we did this, Carrie, it was pretty straightforward, right? Our results were pretty clear. There was a second one, but pretty clear with which starseed family we belong with. And there's a funny story too when we share our results, because knowing the 3 of us, of course, it was going to be this way. Question 2. Question 3.
I did it again this time around, and I realized that there were some subcategories that I wasn't considering before, and they're quite strong. I'm only 1 off between 2 of the letters. So
I was as well. I think I had
really,
4 and 3.
yep, yeah, I have 6 and 5, so that's a lot. Almost all of them were. 1 was dominant and 1 was a sub.
Question 6.
Yeah.
So what you
So
want to
if you
do
missed
now is you want to add up how many you had of each of the different letters and find out what your dominant letter was. And then if you have a secondary dominant one that was close, kind of keep that one on the paper as well.
I love how everyone's putting their main one and then their secondary in brackets.
Yeah, please do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Do exactly like Valerie has done there. What was your dominant? And then in brackets, put your secondary one. So we have BA or AB.
Carrie, Valerie, Minerva, everyone's putting that on. That's awesome.
I don't know what the 5, like some people are putting numbers, 4B, 5A.
5 A's. Yeah. So
okay. 5 A's. Okay.
Yeah.
So B's
that's
dominant.
pretty strong. When you're getting 5 or more, that's really strong, right?
Wow. A's. Lauren Joe
even
says,
before.
great questions. I'm loving this. Well, yeah, this was fun. And again,
Mhm.
when Carrie and I and Tammy decide what we're gonna do on our show, it usually comes a few days before. It kind of like it just
It
naturally,
just
spontaneously.
it's a download, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you
We
go.
just we just are open and boom, it comes through. It's always an indication, there is something will happen or we'll see something on the TV that we're watching and boom, it's like, "Hey, that'll be a great topic." And that's how this came to pass.
Or we get advice, questions from you, like Bluebell. Bluebell had us look at I forget what we're
Questions
looking at.
of your spirit guides.
Spirit guides.
So we did a whole show on Bluebell's questions, and she is one of our supporters and yeah, and
And we did
participants
half
here.
a show on Pippi sending us the cloud image.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So a lot of what we cover is from you guys. So if you see anything that you think you would like us to cover, in fact, bringing in Anita, to do crystals, that was again one of the questions of, how do we heal? How do we, enhance our relationships and our love life? And crystals are a great avenue to do that.
All right.
Wow. So
Well,
everyone's putting it in.
yeah,
Yep.
I think we've given everyone enough time. And if people are watching this on the video later and you need more time, just pause it and you can rewind and look at the questions as you go through it.
That's right.
Let's go through what each of these letters represents in terms of Starseed family. All right.
So the results.
If you had a lot of A's, mostly A's, part of the
Like Valerie.
Andromedan.
That's right.
So you're a freedom-loving soul who feels restricted by Earth structures. You've come to break old paradigms and awake higher truths. Can you speak more to the Andromedan?
I really don't know the breakdown of all of them, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
I know the Pleiades very well because I'm connected with them. But
Okay.
basically, what we brought up there is
Okay.
what we
We'll
have.
go through all the results and then we got a more detailed breakdown a little bit later.
Yeah.
So how many Andromedan star seeds do we have in the house? If you're an
Quite a
Andromedan
few.
star seed, speak up.
Woohoo!
If you had mostly bees, is it Mintakan? Is that how you
Mintakan.
pronounce it?
Mhm.
Mintakan? Or
Or
the Pleiadians? You
Mintakan.
might have heard of the Pleiadians before. You long for purity, emotional harmony, and divine connection. You're a healer of hearts, bringing softness and love to a hardened world.
Well, I think to a hardened world is rather harsh because our world is actually, yeah, it's got some hardness, but overall, we're really starting to step into our divine presence. And all of these star seeds are contributing to that. The Palladians, especially, they're benevolent. All of these are benevolent star seeds, and they are about studying us. And the Palladians, I believe, have stepped in. For instance, we came 14 seconds away from a world war in 1969, I think it was, and I believe that they reversed time because we did go into that atomic war, and they reversed time by 14 seconds, and the button was never pushed. But what I was given as a little girl was that war actually did happen, but it was the Palladians that intercepted and said, no, 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 no. We're going to change the timeline and bring it backwards and gave us another chance at peace.
Well, we do have a few Palladians in the house. Terry had 4 Bs. We have Minerva, looked like B was dominant. Lauren Joe, B dominant. We've got Pamela was kind of BD, a little bit of A.
Lots of love. Lots of love. Yeah.
Next, if you chose a lot of C's in your questionnaire, the Syrian or Arcturian,
Yeah.
you carry
More
sacred
Syrian.
code.
Yeah, more Syrian. And I believe this would be Syrian B, right? Is more likely with C's. Yeah. So you
So you
carry a
carry
sacred code.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. An ancient wisdom. Go ahead, dear.
You're here to raise consciousness and offer spiritual structure to humanity's evolution.
So I had 5 C's and 6 D's. So I'm really close on both. I remember many years ago someone saying, "Oh, you feel like you're from Syria, Syrian," and I was like, "That's interesting." The name really resonates, but at the time, like I don't study anything. It's all downloads, is what I get, and so I looked into it and I went, "Oh my God, I'm Syrian." Who knew? And it made sense when you look at all of this is what I'm sure you're going to experience. When you look at all of the attributes to your star seed, you'll go, I believe that I am connected to that star family.
If you chose a lot of D's,
Yeah.
how do you pronounce these ones?
Hathors. Yeah, Venetians. And again, Pleiadian star seeds. So I believe that D's are even more Pleiadian. They're the Hathors, right? And Hathors are the blonde, kind of Nordic looking. They're not Nordics, but Nordic is different. But they're the fair haired blonde beings and radiating love, sensuality, harmony. Your presence uplifts others. You're here to help Earth ascend through the divine feminine and beauty. And it's even beyond the divine feminine. I think it's just divine energy, feminine and masculine. So it's lifting up humanity, and that's your purpose. You just know it.
Yeah, Carrie, your mic is cutting in and out pretty badly again in the last few minutes.
No.
Just maybe disconnect and reconnect, and then lift your mic up a little bit higher when you come back. That usually should fix it. So again, if you had a lot of D's, the Hathors or Pleiadian Starseeds. Next up, the E's. If you had a lot of E's, you're an intellectual, seeker of truth and logic. You're meant to help humanity and merge science with spirit and question all illusions. I guess that would be the Orion or Arcturian Starseeds. Anything to add for that one, Carrie? You're on mute, so you got to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's much clearer.
Good. Much better. Okay, so a lot of people hear it as Orion, but I always heard it as Orion. And the Orion and Arcturians are highly intellectual. They are the analytical species and seekers of truth and logic. So everything is logical. They would be like on Star Wars or on what was the TV show?
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, the character that was so analytical, right? That would be like an Arcturian. Yeah, they see things logically, right? And so you're meant to help humanity merge with science and spirit. It's the marriage of spirituality and science. And you question everything because it has to be logical for you.
Valerie, we went through D's already, I think. So D was right here. Radiating love, sensuality, and harmony. Your presence uplifts others. You're here to help Earth ascend through the divine feminine and beauty.
Beautiful.
The F, the last choice. You are a warrior soul, confident, strong, and deeply ancient. You're here to lead, protect, and restore soul sovereignty on Earth. The feline or Lyran?
Lyran. And can you hear the cat again? Timing is amazing because she just came in and she has a little yellow ducky. She brought in. She's like the feline, right? Which is the Lyran or Lyran. They are the feline starseed, and here the cat is coming in, and they are the warrior soul. They are the ones that will defeat, and here she is coming in with her little ducky. So damn cute. Anyways, yeah, so the warrior souls, you are confident, you are strong, you are amazing, you are here to help others see their true potential, their light energy, and you're a true leader. You tend to, take charge in protection, but also in leading groups forward. It's all about sovereignty of this earth.
And Carrie,
Beautiful.
even if we didn't know what Tammy had chosen, we would have definitely said that she was part of this Starseed group, right?
Yep, totally. She is a go-to, let's get it done kind of gal, and
But cat.
and very confident, and all about cats. Oh, of course, yes. So she's taking a video right now of the cat with her little yellow ducky. So maybe next time that we come together, we'll show you the videos of the felines with their their conquering. Yeah, beautiful. That is Tammy, though.
And yeah, and just we'll end off here just by giving you a little bit more detail, because now that you
No,
know,
no,
oh,
no. We got to find out what you were.
I'm gonna, when we get to the more detail, I gotta show my picture.
Okay, go ahead.
So now you can see your true self when you look in the mirror. We're going to show you pictures of representations from each of these Starseed groups.
Yeah.
So we know
Your
Tammy
family.
was mostly Fs, and Carrie said you were mostly
I was
Cs.
D's. D's. D
Oh,
as in
Ds?
David.
Okay.
C's and D's. I was both. Yeah.
So if you
So-
are part of the A group, here are some characteristics. I won't read through all of that, but of course you're in the neighboring galaxy, the Andromeda galaxy. You like freedom, autonomy. You are a nonconformist. You're intelligent, strong interest in technology space. And your mission, to help break down control systems and awaken truth and sovereignty.
Beautiful.
Reminds me of the Star Trek Leonard Nimoy, Vulcan.
Well,
Years.
that was who I was trying to think of with the intellectual. And that was,
yeah, Spock.
Yeah, Spock. He was so analytical, and everything had to be logical, right? So
You often feel like Earth is not home, and you feel
I think
like
we
you're
all have that
established.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
All starseeds have that feeling. It's a longing for returning from whence they came.
Yeah.
You know.
Because Earth is
Yeah.
not their home. So they would, yeah. Next up.
Well, it is right now. It is right now, but it's
Right.
not their normal home. Yeah.
The Syrians.
Yeah.
Either Sirius A or B. Some of the traits, you're spiritual and disciplined. You love the connection to Egypt, Atlantis, Lemuria, dolphins, guardian energy, and your mission to assist with the spiritual awakening and anchoring light codes.
Right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was done.
Okay, so with Syrians, there's actually a Sirius A and a Sirius B. And so one is aquatic, and I can't remember if that's B or A. If you guys remember, if you can put it in the chat. One is aquatic looking and actually can look like a fish, blue skin. Some are humanoid looking, but some have qualities of an actual fish. And then the A, I believe it is, I might be having them mixed up, is more the tanned skin, golden skin and humanoid looking. And yeah, they're both benevolent beings, both really beautiful, of, the same galaxy, just different stars. Sirius A and Sirius B. Yeah. And yeah, the aquatic ones really, that's the dolphin planet. We often wonder where dolphins came from. I believe that they came from the Sirius planet that is aquatic. And I've traveled there in my dream time many times, and it's so gorgeous. The pastel colors and very clear and warm and lovely, and the oceans and the dolphins. That is their home. That's where they came from. So they've traveled with us.
Next up, the Palladian Starseeds. So
Mhm.
this is empathic, heart-centered, nurturer, healers, magnetic, beautiful energy, and sensitive to toxins, emotions, and energy imbalances. And their mission to heal and uplift the human race through love, beauty, and heart connection.
Yeah.
People
So
open up to you.
yeah, C is both Palladian, but D is also Palladians as well. They both have Palladian links. One was Hathor, I believe, and one was I can't remember the other. But yeah, so if you're thinking, hey, but I'm Palladian and I got a D, you're actually probably both C and D.
And that's what my primary characteristic was the D's. So
Aw,
I had 4 D's and I think I had 3 A's.
wow.
So the heart, the uplifting the human race, but also the leadership kind of qualities as well. And I guess being a teacher for over 30 years, you kind of have to be a leader in some sense. So I guess that does make sense. But yeah, I
And
do.
the Arcturian, you were A, right? And the
Yeah,
Arcturians were very analytical.
yeah.
They're the logic ones. So yeah, that makes
So
sense.
D and A, duh. And then Tammy was F, and I can't remember her second one. And then you were
D.
C and D. I think she was F and C, maybe,
No,
because you
F
were
and
C
D.
and D. You had one
I
of
was C,
each.
D. Yeah, we're all Ds. We're all duh, duh, duh. The duh, duh, duh.
Taking us back to the 80s, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's all good.
Arcturian Starseeds, if you were in that Arcturian group,
So what
you're,
number was Arcturian group? Was that 5? I don't remember. I
good
have to look
question.
back.
We can look
Can
back
you look
quickly.
back? Yep.
They were some C
There
and
we go.
E.
E. Arcturian. Okay, so E's. Okay. Yeah, that's
Your mission to bring
question.
advanced healing technology and spiritual evolution. You're intellectual and futuristic. You're energy healers naturally, and you have a deep understanding of the geometric frequencies and technology.
Brilliant. So
Often felt
when you
older.
Mm, that's a good point. When you meditate, often you will see geometric shapes, and again, that is your calling card. That is where you're having that trigger coming inside you and waking you up spiritually, energetically, physically, emotionally, sexually, every which way, right? So those geometric shapes are your calling card to lift up. Right? They're your wake up call.
And the F's.
The final one. And this is Tammy. Feline beings. Yeah.
Core traits: independent, brave, pioneering. Absolutely, Tammy. And living on an acreage on a farm, pioneering, love at adventure or leadership in a quiet way. She is a very quiet leader. May
Very.
have feline or lion-like energy. Well, she loves cats, and guess what her birth sign is?
I don't know.
Leo. She's a Leo.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Do you know that Tammy's birthday is the same as my daughter Amelia's? I was shocked to learn that today.
I'm not surprised. I'm
Right?
not surprised.
Another connection. Yeah. They're both Leos.
Often strong-willed. Oh yeah, I can vouch for that one. Assertive when she needs to be, absolutely, and
In a
protective of
gentle
others.
way. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
very gentle. Yeah.
Yes.
And protective of others, most definitely.
Mission to anchor leadership, courage, and ancient wisdom. I think that's the big one with Tammy there. And signs: you feel connected to lions, cats. You've always been ahead of your time,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
not afraid to fight for what's right.
Yeah. Very good. So, how do you guys feel about the portraits here? Do they feel right to you? The starseed that you chose, does that feel accurate in the description to who you are? and how you are as a human light being here. So yeah, some more stars and starseed types and traits, Orions or Orions starseeds.
Yeah, Orions, you love puzzles, you love research, you're a deep thinker, you struggle between your heart and your mind, curious, and you like to probe for the truth. So I can't remember which that was part of. It might have been B or C, I think, the Orions. I can't remember, but
I
it
think it
was
was
one of the
B.
6 letters.
Yeah, we'll look at that. You'll know, right? If you were an Orion, you'll know who you were, and this is your description. Very golden bronze skin, beautiful. Yeah. And Mintaken, Mintaken.
You want to restore harmony and bring back the memory of divine love. You love oceans, whales, dolphins. Some people mentioned in chat that they love dolphins. Deep longing to go home and naturally joyful and kind-hearted. You love the water.
They're aquatic beings. Yeah. As you can see by the image. They love the water. Very surreal.
And the Hathors. A little bit more about the Hathors.
That's me. I feel very in tune with the Hathors. Yeah. Graceful, harmonic beings. Yeah. It's all about
It looks
vibration.
like you in your younger days, right, Carrie?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like me like 30 years ago. Maybe 40. Yeah, actually 40 years ago.
Well, from what I've
Wow.
seen of your daughters, like it kind of has a resemblance to your daughter too.
It's uncanny, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like me when I was an actress back in my 20s. Yeah. Very, very much. And my youngest, she's blonde like that. The facial is like my oldest daughter. It's uncanny. Mm.
And then there were some other ones as well. We didn't put together the full slides, but Carrie also put together some information about the Blue Avians, the Polarians, the Hatterians.
Yep. Hadarians. Yeah.
Hadarians.
Hadarians. Or, yeah. So I will put together, I thought that I'd have it done last night, but I haven't put the actual ebook together. So if you're interested in the ebook, let us know, put it in the comments, and I'll have it up on the website for next week. So when we get together next Friday, we'll have the listing for you and you can go and get it. Okay.
And if you missed
These
any
are-
of this, just rewatch the replay. It helps us when you rewatch the replay. It gives us another view, and you can pause it and take a better read of the information that Carrie put up. But again, she did an amazing job. She did a 64 slide presentation. And I said to her last night, I said, Carrie, we're not going to go through all 64 slides. And she said,
I
"You know
was
what?
like, 64?
You lose
Sorry, I
track of
interrupted.
time." And she just kept putting things out there. We showed you a small sample of that, maybe a third of that. And Carrie's going to put together an ebook. And if you're interested in that, leave a message in the comment section, and she can reach out to you when it's ready or announce it next show or something like that. But just an amazing job. And thank you. I've learned so much about Starseeds. I hope the chat has learned a lot as well.
Yeah,
And
like
the crystals.
there's quite a few people saying yes. It also fits perfect. I'm almost daily now at the beach, and that is Melisande. Yeah, Melisande. Sorry, I'm probably bastardizing your name. I'm so sorry, dear. But I'm so excited to hear that this feels like a perfect fit for you, that you're going to the beach as much as you are, because you're an aquatic being. It's beautiful.
Okay. Well, I think, Carrie, that's going to do it. Just at the 2-hour mark again.
Yeah.
We seem to be hitting that 2-hour mark exactly on. Lorraine says, thank you. This was fabulous. And again, thank you to Anita coming on and giving us a wealth of information, just a little taste about what crystals are all about, and just a wealth of knowledge on many crystals and Reiki and things like that. Carrie, any closing
Beautiful.
comments?
Well, I just am grateful for everyone spending the time with us. Again, reminder that if you haven't followed us, just hit that follow button. That really helps us. And I'm excited that you're learning with us, that we're able to share with you and have fun at the same time. In these days where there's so much on TV and on the net that is very dark and heavy and worrisome, it's nice to bring some joy and some light into your heart and your homes and your lives. And that's our goal. That's our mission. And I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please share. Please share this. Start talking with your family and friends and say, oh my God, I found this great podcast. You should check it out, because that helps us the more that we grow. Thank you for today. We were up to 189, I think, approximately. That was our height. It's an all-time high. We've been at this for 5-6 weeks now. And so we're growing. Thanks to you. Much love.
And yeah, do the quiz with your family.
Oh,
Fun
yeah.
little quiz. Just sit around the table and put the video on and pause it and say, okay, what do you think
Who are
about
you?
this? What do you think about that? And have a little fun with this. And you never know what might get them going and delve more into things like this. And as Carrie mentioned, yeah, thank you for those following us on Twitch. Thanks for the subscribers on Twitch. In a couple of weeks, we're going to do a show strictly on Twitch on a Friday. We've made that decision to do at least that one for now, strictly on Twitch. And please get over there. You got a couple weeks. Get over if you're not on Twitch.
Sign up for
Carrie,
free.
we're going to end off with one of the dancing songs again. We want people to get up and dance and shake it all about. Have a wonderful weekend. Get out in the sunshine. Get out into
Much
nature.
love, everyone.
And
Yeah.
back on Tuesday, Carrie readings on Tuesday at 1 p.m.
I'll have my
Mountain
cards.
Time?
So, yeah, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. That's Calgary, Edmonton, Alberta area. And yeah, I'll be talking about healing. I'll be talking about, all the different things that you can experience. Family matters. And yeah, family matters again. What's going on with your hubby, your life, and the breakthroughs that are going on in your world. So make sure to come on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday is at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, and Wednesday is 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Now, I was looking at this, Glenn, and we're going to have to change these hours come the end of July, because I'll be heading back to the UK and Portugal. I live in Portugal and part-time in the UK. My husband's in the UK. And so we're going to have to change those hours, because that means I'll be up at 2 a.m. till like 4:30 in the morning doing this show. That ain't going to work. So we'll do this for, yeah, it works for you, right? Yeah, no. So we're going to change the hours up come the end of July, probably early August. It depends if I head back to the UK at the end of July or not.
We're not letting Carrie go. No. Carrie
We've had
must
so much
stay.
fun.
Carrie must stay.
Yeah, we've really had so much fun. The three of us just pee ourselves laughing. We really watch this, and we share things that happen. And can I share one quick thing? Can I share one quick thing? Oh my God. Oh my God, we were just peeing ourselves laughing. Last night we were watching the show from Wednesday. And I was sharing that, I've been called a dummy all my life, because I was learning disabled. And in school, all the teachers were saying I was lazy and I was dumb, and what's wrong with you? And I had an LD, a learning disability, but we didn't know back then. Anyways, so I'm a little sensitive about being called a dummy, or someone else going, look at her, she's intelligent, she's smart. And so we were bringing Anita on, and Glenn was talking about Anita, saying, yeah, she's really smart and intelligent. And I went, I had just a little moment like, oh, fine, she's smart and intelligent. And in my mind, I was playing back my childhood stuff about, and she's a stupid, dummy. And I went, whoa, where did that come from? It triggered. So God bless you, Anita. You are intelligent. You are so bright. And I'm sorry about going. It had nothing to do with you. It was all about me, and playing a dialogue from the past. So no matter where you are in your development, some things will trigger you. And anyways, it was really quite funny though when we looked at it back, and I just kind of.
If you missed
fine. She's
Wednesday's
intelligent.
episode, go check it out on the YouTube channel. It was hilarious. We had a bunch of laughs.
You haven't?
And,
Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I'm sorry, Anita. I love you. This was my own thing that I was like just feeling insecure. We're all human,
can
right?
I play it, Carrie? Are you okay with me playing it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised you have it. Oh my gosh. You're
Here
funny.
we go. Bring it up.
You never laugh with Glenn, like, pee yourself laughing because he'll pull it up.
Let's see if it wants to play.
Do very well. Okay.
All right, Carrie, we got a very fitting. We're going to end off with this from Anita.
Hey, Anita.
Anitta Jensen, who is going to be on our show on Friday.
Anita.
It's that Anita.
Oh, that Anita.
Wonderful. Hi, Anita.
So she's going to be on our show on Friday. Anita is really into crystals, so we're going to do a Crystals 101. For those of you that want more information and the right types of crystals for you, please tune in on Friday. And we're also going to be talking about...
I don't know. I hate when he does that. Oh, I'm in Ojibwe and Cree.
No, we're going to be... What's the form you made up? The form.
Oh, Starseeds, of course. I've been working on this all day. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Yeah. One of those moments, right? Yeah. So Starseeds, I actually created a whole list. In fact, it's like an ebook. I'm thinking of creating this ebook for you guys. And then it's a questionnaire as to what kind of starseed you are. Are you from the Pleiades? Are you from the Orion or Orion? Are you from Sirius A, Sirius B, right? And so you go through this questionnaire and it'll tell you which one is most alignment with you. And that's going to be fabulous show. I've been preparing for this one for at least a week. It's been a lot of work.
You don't remember?
And then Glenn.
Yeah, well, it's been a long day.
But maybe you can answer Anita's question.
She says, please let me know if I do teach.
Please let me know if you teach a book writing workshop in the future.
Oh, yes. Well, that seems to be very popular right now. I guess we should do that. And I'll put that up within the week on my website. So please come back to carriecohan.com and I'll talk to Kelly, see if she's available, and we'll
July 12th.
look for a one-day workshop place to be able to do. It's from 10 in the morning till about 3:34 in the afternoon, and it's incredible. So by the end of it, you've got your whole book lined out, outlined.
Where's the part about Anita?
And it's working.
I thought it was right there, but it might be a little bit
So
later. I think I come back in here. Yeah,
So
just give
is
it 1
that it?
second here. That is going to be it for tonight. We are going to end off like we always do with one of our musical creations.
I love this.
This one. Oh, maybe you guys have to go watch it. I mean, it was it was like the Keystone Cops, that whole episode with our technology and Carrie sneaking into my office and unexpected, like, oh, she's here. She wants to do it from here. And at the very beginning, Carrie's like, let me go close up. Carrie's on a chair and her head's like down here. Maybe
And
show
he's
Carrie.
up here. Yeah, it was opposite.
No. Lower down, Carrie. Lower down. Lower. There you go. She was like that, and I was like up here.
Yeah.
And we were doing the podcast, and then I'm like, Carrie, let's switch seats. And then I had to get her a booster seat because she was still.
It was funny. Oh my God. We had fun.
Welcome to the Mystic Compass. I am Carrie Cohen.
He's way up here, right? It was, yeah.
Go
I
watch
felt like
it.
I was
Go
in
watch it. You're
school.
going to have a few laughs, and we apologize for the quality, but it turned out to be pretty good. So, Carrie,
Yeah.
get up and dance, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Rise up, rise up,
Love you guys.
rise up.
Woke up in the shadow of a stormy sky, but I won't let the thunder make me run and hide. With every crack of lightning, I will stand up tall. No matter how I stumble, I will never fall. Rise and shine, let your colors ignite. Paint the world with the fire inside. Help your friends, help your family find their way. Respect yourself and light the path today. Every step's a battle, but I'm armed with grace. My reflection shining back a brighter face, building bridges from the pieces of the broken past. Every moment's fleeting, but the glow will last. Rise and shine, let your colors ignite. Paint the world with the fire inside. Help your friends, help your family find their way. Respect yourself and light the path today. Rise up, rise up, rise up and light the way. Rise up and smile every day. Through the ashes there's a spark waiting to fly. Through the chaos there's a peace I can't deny. We're all climbing but together we're divine. Lift each other up and let the whole world shine. Rise and shine, let your colors ignite. Paint the world with the fire inside. Help your friends, help your family find their way. Respect yourself and light the path today. Rise up, rise up, rise up and light the way. Rise up and smile every day. Rise up and shine your light.